What's up everyone, it's Joey, Bliss Response, and today we're checking out some modules from Mystic Circuits. Let's get right into it. Alright, so Mystic Circuits sent me a couple modules to check out, the 3D VCA and the ANA2, Analog Logic. And I've owned a Portal for a long time that I bought, so I figured I would throw it in, just so we have a bit more to go on. So, talking about them, what are they? Portal is an insanely aggressive harmonic distortion. I would say that it is the most aggressive distortion in Eurorack, to the point that sometimes I even think it's too much for me. Now, I know that feels impossible, but it's true. But it's awesome for that reason. Then you have the 3D VCA, which is a quad vector VCA, which can do all sorts of things, between mixing 4 separate signals to doing quad panning, stereo mixing, etc., summing different mixers with this X, Y, and Z control. And then you have the Analog Logic, which is, again, logic. You can use it for generating interesting rhythm patterns, doing weird kind of wave shaping, ring modulating, you get it. So first off, I'm going to show off the 3D VCA. If you notice, it has this nice 4-quadrant display. So what I've got going on is I've got 4 oscillators going into it. The Brenso, the CSL, the DPO, and the XPO. And by turning these X, Y, and Zs, I can blend to different parts of the quadrant. And you can see. And that's all 4 of them together. Really powerful sounding, crunchiness. And that's helped along by the fact, or going to be helped along by the fact, that I have them going through the Portal. So here's the Portal. We'll take it with just 1 oscillator. I made this really complex patch, so I don't remember which source is which. It doesn't matter at this point. There are 4 complex oscillators. And you can see the wrap, you have high and low mode. You need to have this tracking on to get anything going. This is like a wave wrapper, like if you remember that from the Kurzweil K2000 or the Nord modular. It's just fucking brutal. I use the wrap output the most. Because that's the one. You have this round output, which is a little softer, I guess. It's not that exciting to me. And then the spike output kind of cuts the lows a lot. So I fuck with the wrap. Because that's what I want to hear. And now we get more sources in there. Instant, like, DX style stuff. A little bit of pitch sequencing for this chaos. Yeah, this is what's going into it, by the way. So listen how fucking insane that is. It's just obscene. Now, I'm gonna cross over, show you some drums to it. One thing I want to highlight is that the drums, the kick and the close head trigger are going into the ANA2, and then the Logic operations are providing the snare, which you hear, and the open hat. And our drums here today are the Basimilus Interritus Alter on the kick, this Shackmat Archer's rig on the hat right here, and the Laquelic on this not really snare type thing. But anyway, let's wrap them. punching. Now, we'll do some CV. I think you get it. Now what I'm going to start doing with the drum sequence to show you a bit of how the logic works. Right now I have the cut output triggering the Laquelic and the swap output triggering the Archer's rig. I'm going to put some probability on the kick sequence. And now you hear that drum pattern evolving. Insane. And just for good measure, I'm gonna send an oscillator into the portal to fuck it up. I'm going to take a sine wave from the Brenso into the wrap them out. Wild. Now we're gonna go back to our pitch sequence. Which is sounding extremely insane right now. Give me a phone. Wild. Oxy 1 sequencing, by the way. Really wild. Clean back in there with the warp. Down tempo. Wild. And there's a lot of stuff you could do with this Analog Logic. You can feed it to waveforms and get kind of wave shaping, crushing stuff, but we're using the Portal Knight contacts today. Filtering from the Surge VCF-Q, by the way. Filter before Wave Shaper, by the way. Yes. And these attenuators, they offset what's coming through the ana to get different kind of logic things. So yes. We're gonna blend in more oscillators now. Wild. Now we're going to take another logic output. And have it do the bias. Oh yeah, you also have this input on the portal that does a gain. Input gain, I should say. This top input here. I'm gonna have this spike the tracking. Vamos. Clean. And that's 4 complex oscillators. Now 2. Portal. Tight. Let's get up there. Portal again, just on the drum. What up, 50 Cent? Wild. Maybe a phone. Now we're going to take another logic output and have it flip the mimeophone gate. Now that logic output is flipping the mimeophone buffer. You can see the light right there. Right there. We'll even have another one to the mimeophone hold. Maybe this swap. Wild. We'll do some CV in there too. LFOs from Kermit. We'll take the XR and have it modulate zone. It'll snap zone back really fast. Or we'll do the weird evolving IDM shit. Acid! Fucking insane! Tight. I haven't even modulated the oscillators yet. Bread so. Whoa. Insane through that portal. I remember all this crazy sequencing shit is courtesy of the logic happening on Anna. Insane. Fuck, I love analog synths. That's so tough. That's gotta be a DPO. That is a DPO. No, I'm wrong. It's a CSL. Tight. That's the pretzel. Now the DPO. Pass the pretzel. Bring them all in. XPO. Oh no, CSL, sorry. Now XPO. How insane. Now all four. Yes! Going up. Over 200 BPM. 250. Self-oscillating portal. Mystic Circuits. So that was sick. I think these modules are incredibly useful, and utility modules are really the things that can bring your patches alive, because they, especially with these where there's so many different ways to use them, they can bring your sound sources to life in a way you never imagined before. Just the way that I was combining Logic to manipulate a drum pattern, then also affect the Mimiphone, and then having the portal and a mixer going through that, and the mixing the 4 sources with the 3D VCA all came together quite well. And the sound of the portal is aggressive. I really love that thing. It is extreme. It is the most extreme in Eurorack. I will give it that. The most extreme distortion in Eurorack, period. And it's not just distortion, it's wave wrapping. So it's quite unique too. There are no other wave wrappers in Eurorack. Heavily recommended. And the 3D VCA and the Anna 2 provide a lot of great functionality too if you're looking for that kind of stuff. I showed a very limited use of their capabilities because there's so many ways. The imagination is the limit. So as always, samples of this jam and other jams are going to be up on my Patreon for you to use in your own productions. As always, there's like 120 packs on there. If you want to support me, I've got a new album out. It's called Sprawl, available now on Artifact Records, 10 tracks, 2 with Mark Hill of Cubanate doing guest vocals and lyrics. It's on CD and digital along with a new shirt design. It's out now. Thanks to everyone who bought it so far. If you're having it, get on it. Also, on my label Megastructure, there's a new cassette compilation of 17 of the most mindfuck producers around. Tom Hall, Grisha Lichtenberger, Terminal 11, Layer, T-Less, Static Bloom, Slave to Society, myself, and many others. The full list will be right here, bringing their most crazy, insane productions that they could, pushing sound to the limit. The cassettes are shipping soon. They're in the plant now, but the digital's already out, so check that out on my label Megastructure. And if you want to support me in other ways, check out the affiliate links, like and subscribe, check out Patreon, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.